These large investment firms, names you know, that control trillions of dollars of your money, are using those dollars to advance their woke ideology through a progressive social scoring system called ESG. They claim it promotes corporate responsibility. That's all crap. What they're really doing is using Americans' hard-earned money to finance their political agenda, forcing businesses to comply or else. Some state leaders are fighting back, more are joining, letting those investment firms know they can't play politics with our pension. They can either do their jobs, maximize returns to shareholders, or get lost. To learn more, go to consumersresearch.org. They've been defending consumers against fraud and abuse for decades, and they still are. Go to consumersresearch.org to learn more about their mission to protect consumers from woke investment firms. That's consumersresearch.org. Paid for by
Dan Bongino. You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area's home for conservative talk on your radio and smart speaker at 560 KSFO.
Listen, I've been following the money for a long time. Checking large doses in the show. But folks, it's just a shame that all this stuff that's coming out is coming out 4 years too late, 5 years too late. Now, now I'm going to lay out for you in the second half of the show. And again, if you missed any of it, go to my podcast. I strongly recommend the video version of it today on Rumble. It's rumble.com/Bongino. Not hard to find. I strongly recommend it. You watch it on video, you'll see how it flows. You can see the elements and you can read it for yourself. The audio is okay too, we're listening here. But if you missed any of this, go back and listen. Now I'm going to lay out for you in the second part of this show how the arrest of this FBI agent yesterday, who I am convinced is knee-deep in this entire thing, and probably was arrested in an effort to get Trump that stumbled into a get Biden thing and get the FBI thing. I'm going to lay out for you how this was Comey's guy. This was Jim Comey, the grande dame of anti-Trump conspiracy lunatic. Oh, Lordy, big dunce. This guy was the captain of the anti-Trump ship, a deranged, narcissistic lunatic of the highest order. How this was his guy. He placed this guy up in New York, the guy who was arrested yesterday, for a reason. He was overseeing the counterintelligence squad. By the way, the same squad that had gotten information, i.e. what I wrote about in Follow the Money, from Case Agent 1, that had got information about the Trump. This was an accident, folks. Dan Bongino here for Lone Star Transfer. Many timeshare owners are upset that their yearly dues continue to increase. With an A+ rating at the BBB and over 900 five-star testimonials, Lone Star Transfer is the only you can trust, guaranteeing the release of all liability of your timeshare in writing and as specific documents. My friends have helped over 18,000 owners legally and permanently get out. Start the new year off right with a free, no-obligation consultation at 844-284-4864 or LoneStarTransfer.com.
Everyone can boost their digital confidence with NordVPN. All it takes is one simple click. NordVPN will block online trackers, hide your virtual location, and secure your devices from malware-infected downloads. It will also block access to malicious websites. So catch the special deal now at NordVPN.com. Enjoy more private and secure internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area's home for conservative talk on your radio and smart speaker at 560 KSFO.
We'll take a look at KSFO traffic.
Stopping Sunnyvale, 85 northbound before Fremont Avenue, a three-car crash has been cleared. Traffic is trying to recover from DeAnza. 580 westbound at Seminary Avenue in Oakland. We have reports of trees down blocking the off-ramps. DHP officers headed out to check this one out. And southbound 101 before De La Cruz Boulevard in San Jose. We have a pothole reported to be in one of the lanes. Not too sure which one. Your stop and go from Montague Expressway. Traffic, I'm Katie Green.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. As a Lowe's MVP Rewards member, earn bonus points when you shop select products and brands. Redeem for e-gift. Visit Lowe's.com.
especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell San Francisco area attorneys. 650-389-1111. Online at CordellCordell.com. 951 Mariners Island Boulevard, Suite 300, San Mateo, California, 94404.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. And right now, we're offering a free treatment just for coming in. That's right. You can try this treatment at no cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today. It's not just about better health. It's about a better life.
With clinics in San Mateo and Sacramento, call 650-649-7944. That's 650-649-7944. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
Hi, I'm Bill.
And I'm Kathleen, and we are owners of American Vision Windows.
Happy New Year, Bay Area. Right now, American Vision Windows is making it easier than ever for you to afford custom-made, beautiful new windows for your home. With 0% interest, 0 payments for 12 months, plus free expert installation. Order by January 31st.
I've been in the construction trade for 35 years. The level of quality of products that they use for their prep work was top-notch.
It was a great experience. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Can you tell I love these guys?
Call 855-339-9956 or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Kathleen and I are so thankful for our entire team at American Vision Windows, and especially for you, our customers.
Revolutionizing the home improvement industry one customer at a time. American Vision Windows. American Vision Windows.
For all offers, call or see website for details. Offer expires on 1/31/2023. CSLB number 7783226.
Find everything you need to know about your favorite radio station on the Talk Radio 560 KSFO website. It's all at KSFO.com. Any questions? Call 8444 the USA to get the answers. 844-484-3872. The Dan Bongino Show.
So the Mike Pence breaking news today that classified documents were found at Mike Pence's home is so clearly a distraction that it's hard to believe suckers in the media are going to fall for it. Now, because we're not unprincipled liberal goons or hack journalists, fake news specialists, I will say to you what I've said about every classified documents, quote, scandal from the beginning. You had classified documents you shouldn't have had. You didn't declassify them. You had them illegally, then yes, you were subject to the law like anyone else. I really don't care what your party is. I say that because I'm not a leftist who seems to change Trump. They wanted him hung from his toenails in prison because of a classified document scandal, even though Trump unquestionably had the power to declassify them. Yet when it happened to Joe Biden, all of a sudden they changed their mind. Inadvertent. All a big slip-up. Now, we have been covering for the past week or so on this show, the Fox show, and the podcast that Joe Biden is a foreign agent. That is what I believe led to the classified document scandal. It is why I believe they are eager to make this and from the holy, you can't make this stuff up file, a guy is arrested yesterday. He was a former FBI agent who was doing business from what I believe to be a company, according to the allegations, was company doing business with Hunter Biden, the kids played on the same hockey team together. So let's walk through it. Folks, this is all one big incestuous ring of people. The ring of people in the swamp who were targeted down the FBI and the DOJ to the office of Obama and Biden. They all knew each other. Lisa Monaco, who was one of Biden's counterterrorism advisors. Lisa Monaco was Bob Mueller's old chief of staff. John Carlin, the head of the National Security Division of the FBI and DOJ, who oversaw the Russia hoax and the spy operation on Trump, was Bob Mueller's chief of staff. Bob Mueller was the former FBI director who wrote up the Woods procedures. The Woods procedures which were used to establish courts which were used to target Donald Trump. Bob Mueller was buddies with Andrew Weissman. Andrew Weissman was heavily involved with a number of cases that blew up in their face with Lisa Monaco, I believe Enron and others. Bob Mueller was stuck on, picked, selected, hand-selected with Andrew Weissman to go after Donald Trump because they had a lot to hide. These people all know each other. All of them. Comey was the ringleader of this entire operation in the FBI, was a big Mueller fan. Jim Comey's buddy, who was arrested yesterday, Charles McGonigal, former FBI agent, head of the New York Counterintelligence Division, elected by Comey to go take over that division from Washington, D.C. By the way, a division was an integral player in the initial shift about Trump that came in through Christopher Steele, Jr. You know that? That came in through New York. I can read the IG report. Charles McGonigal, named Special Agent in charge of the Counterintelligence Division for the New York Field Office. Comey, October of 2016. Kind of strange timing, isn't it? That's just weeks before Christopher Steele starts briefing reporters about the PP hoax and the Russia hoax. You have your guy up in New York, right, where the tip initially may have come in. Two agents over there, one of them who was handling a guy by just days before, Jim Clapper, the former director of national intelligence under Obama, starts openly discussing the hack of the DNC, which was allegedly done by the Russians, which turned out to be fake. You think it's a big coincidence that Jim Comey's guy is up there in New York making sure all of this stuff goes extra smooth? This guy was really upset. Here, cue up for me, you and Jim, cut 3. Flashback to May of 2017, Trump is now the president. He's just fired Jim Comey. And one Charles McGonigal's up on stage. He's up on stage at an event when he learns about it. And I want you to listen to the way he talks about his buddy, Jim Comey, who he thanks him for his career. Strange connection. They all know each other. Take a listen.
Let me turn it over to our two panelists.
Thank you, Ted, and thank you all for being here this evening. I know you're committed to hearing a lot about counterintelligence. On a sad note, though, I share the fact with you that our director, James Comey, was just summarily fired by the President at the Attorney General's recommendation this evening. So James Comey has been officially fired as FBI director. I know Bill shares in this. I think we both felt that Director Comey was probably one of the most loved leaders we've had, commanding a leadership role in the FBI. I appreciate that. I think many of us who were nominated for leadership positions by him in esteem as we progress through our FBI career.
Wow, it's like he's giving him a massage. Actually, it's like he's giving him a massage. I hate to say massage. Kind of weird how it seems so. Oh my gosh. We have to thank him working for our country. He's one of the most beloved agents. No, actually, he wasn't. Talked to the guy was actually kind of a clown. Oh, Lordy. Jim Comey, big good. I didn't know they could file human turds inside Jim Comey. Jim Comey, 6 foot plus, stupid. Oh, Lordy. Oh, man, look at me. He seems to really like Jim Comey. But there's something else about that video. Gosh, I love putting pieces together. With a little help from my friend. You know where to go on social media and else you can pick this case apart like that. He's on stage the day Jim Comey's fired. Again, this is the guy who was arrested for allegations he was involved in an international bribery with Russians, Albanians, and others. And a former FBI agent, he loves him some Jim Comey. Not about halfway through this, and I'm sure Bill's feeling the same way. Whew. Up on stage with him. This is where, again, this story gets just so crazy. The guy up on stage with him is a guy by the name of Bill Evanina. Who's Bill Evanina? Bill Evanina, just coincidentally, again, I'm sure, is a guy knee-deep, neck-deep, probably ear-deep in the FBI's collusion efforts with social media. Go away, i.e. like the Hunter Biden laptop scandal. No! Let's go to the Washington Times, December of 2020. The unprecedented partnership of the feds and social media companies is a model for the future, says counter-intel chief. Who's the counter-intel chief? One Bill Evanina, the same guy on stage with Charles McGonigal was arrested yesterday, slamming a big wet kiss on the collective ass of 5 pile of human waste, Jim Comey. William R. Evanina, director of U.S. counterintelligence, said Wednesday, this is in 2020, that the federal government's coordinated work with social media companies ahead of the 2020 election will provide a playbook for fighting the future. It don't get any better than that, does it? Okay, let's just rewind. I love this long segment because I can just do my thing, man. So the guy on stage, Bill Evanina, with Charles McGonigal, as they're planning a wet walk on Jim Comey's ass the day he gets fired, talking about how wonderful he is and they owe their career to him. This is the same guy talking about coordinating with social media to basically swash information they don't like under the guise of foreign interference. He's saying it, quote, ahead of the 2020 election. They said that Hunter's laptop was Russian interference. Arrested yesterday for allegations of foreign interference through him as they paid him off, the FBI guy. You want to take him or not? Gets better. Remember Peter Strzok? Peter Strzok was the lead FBI investigator in the spying operation on Donald Trump. We know about Peter having a little I don't know. He was having a little thing with Lisa Page, an FBI lawyer. Peter Strzok's text emerged, the Strzok Page text. Here's one of Peter Strzok's texts. Now, keep in mind, this is after Trump was president. I did a whole podcast episode on this now 2 years ago. This is one of the most fascinating texts that almost nobody was talking about. Out in this text exchange, trying to get a spy in the Trump White House. Listen to what I just said. They're talking about on a text exchange. Spy in the Trump White House. Our FBI was trying to spy on Trump while he was in the White House. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? It's all in my book, by the way. You can read about it. But if we have time for that, I'll give you the Reader's Digest. Here's the text exchange. I want you to listen. Peter Strzok, talking with Bill. Do we want Joe to go with Evanina instead of Charlie for a variety of reasons? Oh, wow. What is that? To go to the White House? That's so strange. Lisa Page says, not sure. Would it be unusual to have him show up again? Maybe another agent from the team? This is in a text exchange, just to be clear.